Hello everyone, this is Matt Vadney. I'm doing a lesson in a nutshell about noun clauses. So, as you know, a noun is a person, a place, a thing, an event, or an idea. The thing is, a clause, specifically a dependent clause that has its own subject and predicate, can act all as a unit to act as a noun in a sentence. Hence, we can have noun clauses. Now, noun clauses are characterized by starting with relative pronouns. That, what, which, who, whom, whose, whatever, whichever, whoever, or whenever. So whenever you see these words, and it's in the position of a subject or an object in a sentence, you know it's a noun clause. Namely, it's acting as a person, place, thing, event, or idea. And again, you can find it because these words start it. Okay? Now, because noun clauses act as nouns, that means they can be acting like a subject. Like, for example, whoever wins the race gets the prize. Well, here, whoever's the subject of this clause, but it's also a relative pronoun, wins the race is a predicate. So it's a dependent clause, and the whole thing is acting as the subject of this sentence because it's acting as a noun. Now, if something can act as a noun, that means not only can it be a subject, it can also be a predicate noun. So, for example, I could reverse this sentence. The prize goes to whoever. Oh, you know what? That's not it. Well, I'll fix that. Gets whoever wins the race. And actually, I made a mistake here because you know what? While a noun clause can be a predicate noun, in this case, this is an object to the preposition to. Okay? So the prize goes to whoever wins the race. So whoever wins the race is now an object to the preposition to. All right? A predicate noun, let's see if I can come up with one. Let's see now. Oh, here we go. She is who she seems to be. So, who she seems to be is our clause. It has its own subject and verb. And the whole thing is acting as a predicate noun renaming she. It can be a direct object, for example. Okay? Direct object like this could be something like Kate believed what I told her. Foolish Kate. Foolish Kate. Oh, okay. So what I told her, again, it starts with a relative pronoun. It has a subject and a verb. It's a dependent clause. It's acting as the direct object. Kate is the subject. Believe is the verb. Kate believed what? What I told her. Okay? So, and of course, lastly, they can be indirect objects. And remember, indirect objects are to whom or for whom something is done. Your kids just learned this last month. So, for example, give whoever wants it my coat. So, the subject is you because it's a direction. And the verb is give. You give who or to what? Whoever wants it. Give what? My coat. So in this case, it's acting as an indirect object. Now there is one other thing which your kids haven't learned about. Let me just pull all this out here. And that are appositives. You might go, what? Oh, that didn't move the way it should. There we go. So you might say, what is an appositive? An appositive is a noun that explains another noun. It renames it, okay? And the thing is, though, an appositive can be a noun, or like, for example, oh, wait, let's see. Here we go. My friend Tanya has a new computer. So Tanya, here it's just a regular old noun, and it's renaming friend, and it's coming right after it. That's called an appositive. Here's one as a noun clause. She showed me the computer, one that can do many tasks. Note the relative pronoun. So, and it has its own verb. So the thing is, this whole phrase is acting as an appositive, renaming computer. Interesting little, what do I want to say? Interesting little punctuation rule here. When you just have a one-word noun acting as an appositive and describing, like Tanya describes friend, that's fine. You just leave it like that. But when you're using an appositive phrase or an appositive clause, in this case an appositive non-clause, you do need a comma between the clause and what the noun is being renamed. So hence the comma there. Okay. Alrighty, well that is pretty much noun clauses in a nutshell. It is kind of tricky. This is probably the hardest complex kind of sentence to write, because you're using a big chunk of words, a noun clause, as a part of speech, and that can be really tricky. Okay, good luck, everyone. Carefully read the notes and carefully look at the examples, and maybe model your answers based on those. Take your time and do your best.